Hey guys, it's Haley from Haley's Design Studios. Welcome in. If you are new, hello. How are you doing? Um, if you're not new, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. This video is going to be a little bit different, and as you can tell, this is a different corner of my living room because I typically sit on my couch. But I'm normally having the camera face this way, but this time I'm deciding to face it this way because I do not have my lamp on and I want natural sunlight. So, this video is gonna be, I'm gonna try and do seven free patterns from Yarny Box blog. So when I started crocheting, I started watching Yarny Box. She is originally from Canada. She has now moved to Florida, according to her latest YouTube and her Instagram. So she hasn't put out anything new, like video-wise, like new. She's done like one other new video after she moved. But I love her channel. I love her Instagram, and more importantly, I love her blog. Her blog has lots of free patterns. I've tried a few of them, so these are gonna be 7 free. So the first one I tried is something I've wanted to make for a while. She finally made one to put out, and I was like, ah! And for her, like, some things you do have to sew on, some things you don't. So let's get into this pattern, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and reviews on this. That's better. Apologize for the deer head in the back. That's my husband doing. Apologize. You can see what I made right here. So I made this yesterday, and it's a cute moose. Okay, so these eyes and this head, I think this eye's one up to me. I think it needs to be down one. Or it may just be where the head is sewed on. No, the eye's up. Okay, so this eye is up. I didn't realize that when I put it in. Okay, anyways. So, the only thing, there's 4 things that you have to sew onto the head. The ears and then the antlers. Then, you sew the head to the body. But the head is made all in one piece. Like, from the snout to the back of the head. I've never really seen a lot of patterns with that. So, I really like it. This was like, besides just some like few things on my part that I did wrong, there's nothing wrong with this pattern. The body is quick and easy. You crochet the legs in, you crochet the arms in. So, this probably took me an hour to an hour and a half to make when I'm actually crocheting, when I'm actually getting at it. So last night I made the body while I was on live, and then I finished the head. Well, I finished the body on live, crocheted the head while I was on, and then sewed it together. So today when I went to work, I made one antler because that was all I had time to do today. Then I came home, got dinner cooked, got it ready. Then I made the other antler and the ears while I was waiting for dinner to be cooked, because it was something that just had to be put in the oven. So yeah, I used 30 millimeter safety eyes. So I'm probably gonna charge $35 on him, just because there are a little few imperfections on him, but I think somebody's gonna love him, and if not, he will be mine. I love my little moose. So, like I said, great pattern. If you like sewing, then this pattern's for you. She does have some free no-sew patterns that I will be going over. So this was the first pattern. So I will see you tomorrow for the next pattern. Hey guys, welcome back. It is now April 27th. It's about 9:15 in the morning. And I realized I have not come back on up here and updated y'all since the last time. The last thing I know I remember showing y'all was the moose. But I'm gonna quickly show that again. So most of these that I'm showing you for this review pattern, I did Sunday and Monday. I did one yesterday because I had a test I had to take Friday night, and then I had something I had to do. Something I didn't have to do, but something I volunteered to do Saturday. So, let me get all of them out for you. And I don't think I quite hit 7. I think I got 6. Yeah. I wanted to hit 7, but I didn't get it yet. Okay. So then the latest thing I've made was this whale. So all these patterns can be found on Yarny Box's free blog. It's all her free patterns. This one, you make the fins first, then, because you're going to crochet those in, so then you make the body, then you make the tail. What I do is I go ahead and make the tail first along with the fins, so that way when I start doing the body and stuff, all I gotta do is quickly sew that on. This is the only thing you have to sew on, so it's pretty good. So I'm gonna try this, and I know, like, you're probably thinking this is a weird color, but all of my, like, tie-dye and variegated stuff sell way better for me than, like, my solid stuff, so that's why I did this. Okay, the first thing I made that goes along with the wheel I just made was Sunday. I know in the previous video y'all saw these. Well, I can't remember if it was this gray one. I want to say it was gray that I didn't finish because I was working on it Sunday. So I have this one. Same thing, you make the fins first, you sew it, you crochet the body, crochet them in. You sew this on, and then you sew the tail on, just like you do the whale. Like I said, I make these 2 pieces first. Then when I get done with the body, I quickly put them on, done. I don't have to worry about it. So, I'm charging $20 for these. I mean, they're almost the size of my head. So, and they take me 30 minutes to 45 minutes to make. So, that's not too bad. So, definitely like the first 3 patterns I've shown you. They're great. And I know the other pattern I was going to show y'all was her pig pattern because it's the pig pattern that I enjoy. But like I said, I did not get a chance to making that. I was supposed to make that last night, and then, like, I have not felt good. I think it's just allergies. Stuff is starting to bloom, and it's really just, like, taking its toll on my body. So, then I made Monday night while I was on Zoom. Once I was on Zoom, I made her mouse. This one you do have to sew a couple things on. You have to sew the ears on, and then like this, you crochet in, go up. I want to say it's 10 stitches. Go back down, fasten off. What I do is I just chain 10, do that, crochet it in, put the tail where I want it, done. Either way, it doesn't take me any less time. It doesn't make it any harder for me. I've made this pattern before, actually, like one other time, because I was like, well, I'm just going to try it out, because that was back when I did not have a lot of money, so I was not trying to spend a whole lot of money. So I found her patterns, and I couldn't, as soon as someone saw the mouse and knew what it was, they were like, oh, I have to have that. So you have to embroider the nose on. So from here to here is one piece. So these take me about 15 to 20 minutes to make. Probably gonna put these with my $12 bin stuff. And that's also the other thing. I'm trying to find things I can put in my $10 and $12 bin. So, in a lot of her patterns, like her smaller patterns, I can do that. And then like her shark and her whale, I'm adding it to my $20 price range. The moose, I'm charging $40 for. I really think he needs to be like closer to $50. But there were some mistakes in this that I made. So, like these, like the eyes are not in the correct place and stuff like that. So, because he took me 2 hours to make easily, 2 to 3 hours. So, there's that. Next I have this blueberry. I did not expect it to turn out this big. It's her blueberry. I've never made this pattern, and it was super simple, easy. This is actually worked into the round. So you do this in the front loops, and then like you come into the back loops and you sew this close. So this one probably took me 20 minutes to make. Another $12 bin. I was hoping these were going to be smaller so I could put these with my $8 stuff because I used Posh and it still came out hand size. So. And then the last pattern I have to review is something I've made time and time again. I don't think my YouTube has ever seen these because they're not something I make a whole lot, but they're quick and they're easy. It's the little sitting kitty. The only thing you have to sew on is the tail. And you can really surface crochet that. You really don't have to sew it on. Like I said, I just do the chain, sub-stitch it back down, sub-stitch it when I've got it on my hook, sub-stitch it into the body and be done with it. That's just what I do. That's not what everybody does. Like I said, 20 minutes done. 15 to 20 minutes, let me just say that. 15 to 20 minutes done. So that is all I have for that particular designer. I'm hoping this next week I can just do some free patterns that I have found and make that a new video, and then like after my market and this week do 2 separate videos, start filming, doing what have I made before my market this week, because I'm putting everything I make before this market from my last market to this market, because it was almost a month. I think it was like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. Then I could see what all I can actually get done. And I've gotten a few things done that are very great. So, but that's for another video. So, like I said, I'm slowly getting back into things. It's been such a hectic time in my life for me. And I'm not going to have time this summer to really do a whole lot. I'm going to have some days off, but those days that I take off, I'm going to be with my husband, and I'm going to be doing stuff like with my doctor's appointments and stuff like that. So those times are going to be very slacks. I am going to take stuff while I am babysitting though to do, because they are going to have an hour of downtime, and then like, you know, when they go to the park and stuff like that, I'm going to have my yarn bag with me, and so that way I can just work it out. Small things like maybe some more mice, you know, I can take one skein of yarn, one color, and take a little ball of pink with me and be done. So, do simple stuff like that. I also had to do a Snoopy this week and a flamingo, so that is why I did not make anything else this week. So, that was that as well. So, with everything being said, we'll wrap this video up. I hope y'all have a great time. Leave me a comment of which one was your favorite down below. Don't forget to hit the button that looks like this. Don't forget to subscribe. We are on our way to 100 subscribers this year. That's my goal. I think I'm at 70 the last time I checked. So if you could subscribe, that'd be great. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything if you like this kind of content. If you don't like this kind of content, that's fine too. But since you made it this far in the video, you must obviously like the content. So, see y'all next time.